if we have goals that are too full on out there, we may feel intimidated to actually get them. We don't know where to start. There could be a bit of a perfectionism in us. And so it's all just, oh, I can't get that anyway. So we really need to be able to set goals. Now, how do we set goals? What do we want? We need to know what we currently have, where we are, because really, for us to be sitting down saying, okay, I really need to set a goal, there is something in our life in some area that's perhaps not working as well as we would like it to. And usually that's dictated by how we're feeling. So we're feeling sad, we're feeling low, we're feeling not enough, we're feeling, behind the apple, we're feeling fear, stress, whatever that is. That's not a normal feeling. It's great, we don't judge it, but it's telling us something. So, what we really need to be doing is tuning into ourselves to say, look, this is not feeling right. So, what about this is not feeling right? So, if we even just dissected it and just said, okay, you know what? Let's say we have an issue with a friend and that's not feeling right. You're feeling upset, and it's not just once. It's the fact that there's a repeatable pattern here. The fact is, you would be looking at that saying, have I got the right or wrong friends? Is it the fact, or is it something in me that's creating this, or am I accepting certain behaviors? Am I not setting boundaries properly? We really need to work out, okay, in a perfect world, gosh, this part of my life is not fantastic. I would only score it a 6. What would have to happen in that area to take it to a 10? How would I love my friendships? What would I need to do? And really, it can be broken down like that about, people sitting down and saying, right, I want to start meeting new people. I'm going to belong to more organizations. I'm going to do more social things. I'm going to learn bridge. I'm going to learn, tennis. I'm going to learn salsa dancing. Whatever it is, it's about trying to create things in our life that take us through a heavier feeling or a feeling of sadness, loneliness, stress, fear, whatever that is, into a much higher feeling that serves us better. So really, if we think about it, I know we're not taught this, but we should be having a fun and having a high level of let's say excitement in life. Now, I'm not saying, oh my God, life's just got to be exciting, but it shouldn't be stressful and it shouldn't be sad. Even neutral is good. But the fact is, we want to make sure that we're aiming for something that feels good. And that's why we have goals, because there is something in our lives that isn't how we'd like to see it. So it's about sitting down and establishing what is it that we don't like? What's going on now? That's why we assess what's going on at this particular moment, not what happened in the past, not what's going to happen in the future, but I mean right now. Now, that, and there's always, we call that 2 millimeter shifts. There's always something to be able to improve. I've had so many people, even executives who will sit there and say, look, I'm so busy, I don't really have connection, and I've lost a bit of that sort of intimacy, closeness with my family, friends, whatever that is. They feel like they're not a part of it anymore. And they feel like, oh, I just don't have the time. But we know, and I'll get people, even though I tell them not to tell people to do, that they're doing this, to put notes in their diary to be able to say, hey, every 2 weeks, connect with this person. Or do a Zoom call after hours where you just get a group of your friends and just have a half an hour chat. Something. It's just about connecting and taking that area of your life to something more meaningful. Because, the more stressed, the more busy we are, the more we actually need things like that. So that's the ability to set the goal in that and make it a priority. Because otherwise, when we're so overwhelmed by what we have to do, we can't see what we need to do more to get more enjoyment out of life, to get more, to extract more. There is no such thing as I have no time. You can always make a little bit here and a little bit there. It's prioritizing it. And when we're overwhelmed, we don't want to do it. So it is so important to be able to set goals so that we actually enjoy our life better. We don't want to get to 80, 90 years old and be saying, oh, I wish I remember that friend I once had, or, gee, I remember that I played small and I should have gone for all of those promotions. I had one client the other day who didn't want to apply for a company, a job in this company. The company was amazing. She said, oh my God, they're not going to want someone like me. And I couldn't believe it. That's really a confidence thing. But I said, no, 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 no. I said, why are you choosing? It should be the company that chooses. Get out of your own way. Now, this particular girl we had a few calls. She put a few things to me. We sort of worked through think tanking this. She got the job. And the company are so thrilled to have her. She is thrilled to be there. Now, the fact is, if she didn't have the goal, if she didn't have that mindset of I'd like this, and even know that okay, at the moment I'm somewhere disconnected from the goal I would really like to what I am now. So we set certain motions and activities and actions that we needed to do in order to achieve those goals. So goals are basically our striving for a better life. So it's imperative that we do it. Otherwise, we cannot complain. If you're not going to have any goals, don't complain. Life might be great for you. Sometimes it could just be so neutral that there's no growth. Because if you don't have any goals, you're obviously got certainty in whatever it is you're doing. We can only get growth if we're pushing ourselves out of our comfort zone a little bit. So goals are absolutely imperative to make our lives better, that we extract as much juiciness from our lives. And that's what it's all about.